audio or hear a board. Hey Becky, thank you for the session today. I thought it was very successful. I thought we talked about a lot of really interesting things. And I think you're finding, as your golf swing improves, our expectations go up, right? And learning to kind of manage some of those things through our routine, or both pre-shot and post-shot, and a little bit more appropriate planning perhaps in some circumstances, I think is something that's helpful. And you also experienced, we talked a little bit about playing with other club golfers, friends you want to chat casually with or not stress them out, right? So thinking through some strategies perhaps to manage some of that might be really helpful. Maybe have a chat with a friend pre-round or something. Say, hey, I want to have a great time, but just give me 30 seconds when it's my turn to hit, where I want to just focus on golf, and then we'll be friends the rest of the time around. I love the phrase "good fences make good neighbors," right? So like setting expectations for people beforehand, I'll be like, I know this seems a little extra, I'm sorry about it, but this is just how I feel right now with my golf swing. I really want to work on this, want to have a good time, but if you just give me a few seconds where I'm just going to focus, I promise we'll have a good time otherwise. All right. So that rolls a little bit into what I want to talk about with sort of the routine piece, right? I think that's something that could really help you moving forward. Not that you weren't already trying to plan your shots, but just being a little bit more deliberate about that and thinking it through in a more specific way. I think choosing appropriate targets is something that might really help you. I know you said, man, I've been missing a lot of greens from 180. I miss a lot of greens from 180. We all do, right? So making sure that you're playing the right shot for that circumstance. Maybe that is appropriately choosing that target. I think with your 3-wood, for example, maybe we're going to have some expectations because the lie angle of that club is down a little bit. It's a lot harder to hit a draw with that club, so we need to feel as though we're going to aim a little bit left. We're going to expect more of a fade. Certainly we're going to hit some straight balls also. But I think if we start choosing targets that are 15 or 20 feet left of our flag or left of the target, and then if we hit a straight ball, great, we're 15 or 20 feet left of our target. But if it swerves off to the right, as may happen more often, we're going to still be in a more acceptable spot. So let's keep working on that. Overall, I think I told you, I think your golf swing is looking much better. I think we've made good improvements. I think the linkage between your arms and your chest is much better. Does that mean we're going to hit them all good? No. But, man, you stepped up and just popped off 3 perfect 8-irons at the beginning of the session, right? And then we grabbed your hybrid. You hit overall, I think, a good range of hybrids. Again, the longer that club gets, the wider our dispersion circle gets. We certainly want to make good contact, and we reminded you that a couple times when you did hit those thin ones, typically that's going to be our body stops moving, our hands and arms are going to take over this way, that blade is going to get exposed this way. So just reminding yourself, which is difficult on the golf course, to maintain that commitment and keep ripping through those shots is really important, even if you hit a thin one. Okay, so we just covered a lot of ground there, but the other thing that we talked about with your driver was that slight setup change. It seemed like you felt like maybe it didn't make a huge difference, but some difference perhaps. I think over time, if you continue to get used to it, you may start to like it. We talked about maybe dropping that right foot very slightly behind a little bit more, and then this little bit of tilt here with our shoulder. So sometimes your shoulders would set up a little bit neutrally this way. Just feeling like our spine angle is going to be a little bit further behind the middle can really help us. And then it also forces you as the experience to turn through that ball a little more. That's nothing but good for you. That will do nothing but positive things for your golf swing. So I know we covered a lot of ground there. The audio may not be great. Feel free to email me or text me if anything comes up. So thank you, Becky. I really appreciate it.